Hey everybody, it's been a while. So while we've been on timeout and then taking some time to regroup, we put our heads together and came up with a tool. This is a spring compressor. So what this is for is to assemble and or disassemble our guide rod assemblies. So we're going to do a brief overview on how this works, and then we'll probably even take one back apart. So what you've got here in pieces is the new VDO line. This is a D. So we're going to take your washer, goes down in there. I'm going to make sure it sits flat. There's nothing, I can't show you that. I can barely see it. Take your gigantic spring, set it in there. Rod goes in this end, maybe. There we go. As you can see, this is quite an unwieldy and long thing. So getting this assembled, I find that you squeeze a little there, push there, thread it together. Now it's safe. It's not going to go anywhere. From there, you apply your snap ring with a push down and then run it anti-clockwise. And it's done. That guy's on there. Brand new D, ready for production, complete with its one little notch. Similarly, we'll use a different color. Also, these are going to come in just whatever colors we've got handy. This one's a little bit more challenging because with the long stroke, you need to get the washer in the right orientation. We're going to do the gold one. The gold one and I have got a lot of reps together. So if you set the bushing on the rod in the orientation that you need and then feed it down in, it sits in there the way you want. Spring, bushing, excuse me, buffer, and then rod. Then your base, this one's not quite as far. Same size tool, same process. So, and then you run the snap ring down. We're going to not do that so I can show you when you take these apart, it comes apart with a fair bit of force. So again, do it one more time. So you take your rod, install, with the long stroke in particular, install your bushing in the correct orientation, set it down in there, and then release it. That's going to get your bushing in the correct orientation. Spring goes on top, rod and buffer. Set that guy in there, nests into the base, give her a little squeeze, jam it together. Oh, for Pete's sake, there we go. Thread it together. Then it goes right on. It is just that easy. I will say that without this tool, there was a lot of calluses and carnage. We'll call it carnage. So we try to stay off of the naughty list going forward. But these thread together pretty nicely. They come in an assortment of colors. You don't get to pick. You just get whatever color we decide is appropriate. And again, this is a new VDO. Remember when we told you that we weren't going to sell these, the springs as loosies, because they were incredibly challenging to assemble? We're going to take this back apart, and I'm going to show you again why it's such a pain. Where do we go? There it is. As I destroy my fingernails. All right, snap ring coming off. This one, you're going to want to grip the edge with your support hand. It's a lot of spring. Trying to compress that any other way is going to be terrible. With this tool, you're able to do it safely and in a controlled manner. So again, you have a lot of free length here that's got to be accounted for. So if you can start squeezing it with your hand and then funnel it in, it goes right together. Easy breezy. I didn't bring an extra snap ring, so that one's RIP'd. These are going to be available on the website with the service kit. For those of you that have the old service kit or have enough parts, These are going to be available in the service kit page separately. They work for standard captured systems. They work for 4.5-inch long strokes. They work for 5-inch long strokes. They do not work well for the 3.5-inch rods that basically nobody rebuilds anyway. So if I find there's a big demand, then we'll adjust the file and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. These should be on the site by the time you see this video. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell the YouTubes that you're super sad when we're not around, and we'll do our best to keep making content that doesn't get taken down. We will see you guys soon.